students. Today we are going to start with lesson number 14, United Nations Organization. Before this chapter, we have already done First World War and Second World War. So we have seen or we get the information how disastrous that wars were, how horrible those wars were, and just because of that kind of death, destruction, there was a need of some kind of organization that can save our earth or save the nations. So let us start with this chapter. So first topic is given here, reasons for the establishment of United Nations. So why United Nation was established? Few reasons were there. First of all, fear of death and destruction that we have go through in First World War and Second World War. And moreover, now the world countries are having most terrifying weapons that can even destroy the world in minutes. Then failure of League of Nations. Because of the failure of League of Nations, Second World War was there. So now there was a need for some kind of organization that can handle this kind of situation, and building a durable structure of peace and security in the world. So due to all these reasons, United Nations organization was founded. Okay, so our according to reduced syllabus, come to our first topic, that is composition of the United Nations. So whenever question is there related to the composition of any organization, we have to give all the important topics related to the number of member, the date of origin or other things. So let us begin with the membership. The United Nations started functioning with 51 nations, means in the beginning there were 51 nations, and those nations are known as the original members. At present, there are 193 members of the United Nations. If question is there, how many original members were there? So there were 51 nations, means 51 countries were the member of this organization when this was founded, and those are known as original members. And now it is 193. In 2011, the Republic of South Sudan had joined the United Nations as the 193rd member. So this was the very new member in this organization. And the UN Charter makes provision for the admission of new members. So this is very important topic. Sometime question could be there, the provision of new member, or if any other country wanted to be the member of this organization. And the membership is open to all peace-loving states which accept the obligations contained in the UN Charter. So whatever rule, regulations, conditions are there under this charter, if any peace-loving country wanted to be the member, that country can be, if she will accept all that kind of conditions. Admissions are made by the General Assembly. So here it is main, the admission of any new member are made by the General Assembly on the recommendations of the Security Council. So who are having the power? That is General Assembly, but not independently. With the recommendations of Security Council, they can admit any new country, any peace-loving country. The charter also makes provisions for the suspension and expulsion of members also, means already member country, if it is there, it could be suspended or expelled by the General Assembly, again on the recommendations of a Security Council. It means they are having the power to admit, or they are having the power to remove some or any country from the membership. Now, headquarter. Headquarter in New York City, USA. So where the headquarter is, that is in New York City, country is USA, America. And the European office in the UN is in Geneva. So Geneva, their office is there. Then flag. The flag is light blue. The color of flag is light blue, and portrayed in white in its center is the UN emblem, a polar map of the world embossed by twin olive branches. So this is the map of. Then is the official language. Again, very important question. This one is, what are the official languages of a United Nations organization? That is Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian, and Spanish. And any speech made in any of these languages are immediately translated into other 5 languages. Means, for example, speech is in Arabic, then immediately that will be translated into Chinese, English, French, Russian, and Spanish languages. Now, finance. The United Nations are financed by the contributions from member states. It means 193 members are there, so they will contribute. They contribute to the budgetary expenses and to the working capital fund on scale determined by the General Assembly each year on the recommendation of its Committee on Contributions. So, according to the requirements, these countries will, or the member countries will contribute. Now, the objectives and purposes. So, why United Nations was formed? What were or what are the purposes or what are the objectives of United Nations organization? So first is to save succeeding generations from the scourge of war, so from the trouble of war or from the danger of war, to save the succeeding means upcoming generations, and to maintain international peace and security, and to take effective measures for removal of threats to the peace. Third, to develop friendly relations among nations and to achieve international cooperation in solving problems of economic, social, and cultural character. It means for the world peace, for the world security, and third one is solving the problems related to economic, social, and cultural type. Then establish conditions under which justice and respect for international law and international treaties can be maintained, so that international law, international treaties can be maintained. This organization is there. And to create faith in human rights and to the dignity and worth of the human person. So this is the another object. And to promote social progress and better standard of life in larger freedom. The to harmonize and coordinate the action of nations in order to attain the above aims, objective, and purposes. So first 6 are the purposes or objectives, and the 7th one is to achieve all those kind of purposes, to create a friendly relations between the nations so that they can achieve those purposes. Then is the principle of United Nations. So they are, first, principles means kind of rules. First, all states are sovereign and equal. Here state means all the countries. The member states should fulfill their obligations faithfully. They should settle their dispute, if any dispute is there between countries, by peaceful means. It means without kind of warfare. They will settle down their disputes. In other words, they should refrain from the threat or use of force against any state. Member states should give the United Nations every assistance in any action it take. Means, for example, any requirement is there, then member countries will help. They will provide their assistance. United Nations is not authorized to intervene in matters which are essentially within the domestic jurisdiction of any state. Means personal, um, means any type of personal things related to one particular country. United Nations will not interfere in that personal matters that are the matters of any particular country. Then is here one diagram is given of the principal organs. So these are the organs of United Nations, that is Security Council, International Court of Justice, Trusteeship Council, General Assembly, Secretariat, and Economic and Social Council. So let us start with the first, that is the General Assembly. So these are the principal organs. First and the most important one is the General Assembly. Let us start with its composition. All members of the United Nations are members of General Assembly. So the first main point is that all member countries, so 193 total member countries are there. It means all these countries are the members of this General Assembly. The assembly must meet once a year. So this is meeting minimum required once in a year. How many member are? All member countries. In addition, the special sessions may be convened by Secretary General at the request of Security Council. So when other or more sessions could be there, if it is requested by Security Council or the Secretary General on the recommendations of a Security Council or on the request of Security Council or of a majority of the members of United Nations. So if it is required, then special session could be there. It is a kind of parliament of nations, like we are having our own parliament. So this is the parliament of world. Simply we can say the parliament of nations. Each member shall have not more than 5 representatives. So maximum number or minimum same is there, that is not more than 5 representatives in the General Assembly. It means all member nations are having equal representation, whether small country is there, whether big one is there, whether powerful is there, all are having equal representation, that is 5 member from each member country. However, each state has one vote. 5 members are there, but all these member countries, states, member countries, they are having one vote only. Again, same representation, same vote they are having. Then how decisions are taken? The decisions on important questions shall be made by 2/3 majority. These questions include, so here it is given how decisions are taken. It is by 2/3 majority. And questions will included like the election of the non-permanent member of the Security Council, the admission of new members to United Nations, the suspension and expulsion of members, then budgetary cushions and recommendations regarding the maintenance of peace and security in the world. Means all that kind of discussions will be there in this General Assembly. Then decisions will be taken by two-third majority, and the decision on other questions are made by a majority of members present and voting. Then power and functions. This is very important one. First of all, deliberative functions. The assembly may discuss any question relating to peace and security. It has the power to make recommendations for the purpose of promoting international cooperation in political field as well as in economic, social, cultural and health fields. So when we are talking about political field, it means we are talking about the relations between two or more than two countries or nations, and other thing economic, related to economic requirement, needs related to their social conditions, social problems, social upliftment, their cultural upliftment, and the most important one is health of the all member countries. Whenever it is required any kind of assistance, whenever there is a some kind of a problem, like in these days we are uh, means going through or suffering with coronavirus, that kind of diseases if it is there, so that type of discussions will be there in General Assembly. Then they will take a decision because they are having the power, so how they will tackle with. Then so this was the deliberative function. Then second one is the supervisory function. Under this, General Assembly regulating the working of other organs or agencies. So United Nations are having many agencies to work, that we will discuss in our next chapter. So this General Assembly, they will look after, means they will supervise their function, whether they are doing their work properly or not, if they are if those agencies need some other assistant, that type of supervisory functions. Then the Secretary General is required to make an annual report to the General Assembly on the work of the United Nations. So every year, whatever done in this, one annual report will be there. And the financial function, third function or power, is the General Assembly considered and approves the budget of the United Nations. Question could be there: who approves the budget of United Nations? That is General Assembly. Then is the electoral function. The assembly acts the non-permanent members. So assembly will elect five are permanent member, and other those are non-permanent members. Those non-permanent members will be elected by this assembly, and the members of economic and social councils also, and it appoints a secretary general upon the recommendations of security council. So wherever any kind of important decision it have to take, it will take with the recommendation of security council also, means General Assembly and security council, these both will go together for any kind of decisions. And members of International Court of Justice are elected by General Assembly and by the Security Council. Then amending the UN Charter, like we are having amendments in our constitution. Similarly, if there is the requirement to amend the UN Charter, then the assembly has the power to amend the charter. And that amendments means amendment, any kind of change, any kind of new requirement, and that amendments adopted by a vote of 2/3 of the members of assembly. So Similar procedure is there, that is the procedure to amend our constitution. So here it is given, not merely of those present and voting. It means two-third means two-third of the total number of members, not only the member, those will be present there, and need to be ratified by two-thirds of the member states, including all the permanent members of the Security Council. So once by two-third majority that amendment is passed, then there is another requirement that two-third members with those which are permanent members of Security Council, they will ratify that. Then that amendment or amendment in the UN Charter will be accepted. Then the function under Uniting for Peace resolution. With the adoption of Uniting for Peace resolution in 1950, the position of Assembly has been considerably strengthened. If the Security Council is unable to reach a decision because of lack of unanimity among the permanent members, so 5 permanent members are there, and due to any problem or any unfavorable condition, if there is enmity among those, means they are not going friendly, then the General Assembly can deal with the problem. If that situation is there, then General Assembly is having the power to deal with that problem. What it will do? It can make recommendations for collective measures, including the use of armed forces in case of aggression or breach of peace. If there is a threat to peace, if there is aggression between countries, then this General Assembly is having the power to use armed forces. So up to this, General Assembly is over. Next is Security Council, and rest of the organs, principal organs, we will discuss in our next video. Till the time, watch this video, go through the topics. Very easy chapter this is. Still, if any problem is there, just message me so that before to start with the next one, we can discuss with the previous. Thank you.